It's a family company. The atmosphere that you see here is what it is. You're never going to see profanity on our stage. You're never going to see colorless jokes. You're never going to see anybody making you feel judged by your choice of who it is that you are. You'll never see a political platform up here or a religious platform on this stage. Am I a believer? Of course. I can tell you right now, I have to give thanks to God, because if it wasn't for God, this wouldn't be here. For me and for my wife, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't. But we want you to have the freedom to be you. Freedom is what this is all about. This is why we go boom, 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 freedom. Not freedom, but freedom with the clause. It's freedom. And that's what everybody wants, and that's what we are. We're freedom fighters. And I want you to know that we will do everything in our power, this team of the people that we have here, everything in our power to keep fighting for your freedom. Your complete independence, your financial freedom, and everything. This is why it's a brotherhood. This is why this is so important to us. We call it Lou. You guys know Lou. If you don't know Lou, I'm going to introduce you to Lou. Lou. Who's Lou? Loyalty. Unity. And edification. That's the principles that we built this business on. If there's one thing that we cannot lose, see, we can lose Boom Mobile, and we'll be okay. We can lose Vibe, and I'll cry. Like hard cry, ugly cry. But we'll survive. We can lose travel, and I'll have a conniption. I know David and Lori will. But we can survive. We lose Lou, we don't have anything. We lose Lou, we don't have anything. That's what this is all about. That's how this has been built, Lou. I want to share with you the concept of what Lou is all about. I want to share with you what real true loyalty is. Loyalty, unity, and edification is when you take your eyes off of yourself and you focus on someone else. Animals have it. You can't find a disloyal animal to the other animals. You can't find it. And why are we so sophisticated, but we can't follow that simple path? We can't follow that one simple thing. This is something I want you to work on. I want to share with you what my idea of a boomerang is. You see, when geese fly south for the winter, they fly in what I have termed boomerang formation. If you didn't notice, you got boomerangs all over. Some of you, your boomerangs hit you and you didn't even see it. Look up top. The lights up there, that's in boomerang formation. One was blue earlier, one was yellow. But I want to share this story of the geese because I want you to understand how it works. They fly in boomerang or V formation for a reason. Because number one, geese are not so concerned about their own recognition and ego. And if you look, you'll always see a lead goose. But he's not touting about how proud he is to be in front. And you'll see every other goose following his tailwind. Why? Because he knows that if I lead, I'm going to take the most pressure. I'm going to take the most headwind. And what I'm going to do is flap my wings as hard as I can. Why? Because it makes it easier for the goose who's right behind me because they get caught up in the stream. The tailwind is what they call it. And then the following goose and the last goose behind is easier for the last goose because he or she's got all the other geese in front, and it makes it much easier. And when the head goose is giving it all that he or she has, it'll drop back into last position, and then the next goose will actually take the lead and give that goose a break. And if anything ever happens to one of the geese, if something forbid, if one goose gets injured or whatever happens to that goose, here's what happens. If that goose is ever unable to fly, two geese will always drop back and stay with that goose until it gets healthy and gets rehabilitated, or until it dies. Whenever that happens, they get up and they go fly right back to the original destination because they understand the powers in unity. They couldn't fly south if it was just one of them. The wind is too fierce. Each one of them need each one of them. See, this is why I don't mind taking that head position and taking the arrows and taking the criticism and taking that headwind. Why? Because I know right behind me, I know if anything ever happens to me, I have no questions whatsoever. I have no doubt in my mind of the power of loyalty, unity, and edification, and the ability for Edwin Haynes, your GMA, to stand in and be that head goose. See, that's how all of this happened. That's what this is really all about. That's what this table over here is all about. These people that we have right here, all of them. Wouldn't trade them for anything in the world. We made you a promise, and we're going to keep the promise. What I want to do right now is I want to share with you what this is really all about. See, a good friend of mine told me, he said, the power of friendship and unity is when you have someone who covers your blind spots instead of expose them. See, that's true friendship. I've got weaknesses. I've got some areas that I can't see. I've got some areas that I can't do, and some of you are much better at many things than I am. And even as CEO, I can't see it all, and I have weaknesses, but I already know Edwin Haynes is going to cover my blind spot. I already know, and I've watched it already. I watched T. Gray going to cover my blind spot. I watched Mark Kithcart, they're going to cover the blind spots. It's been 2001, 2004 since we've known each other. But length of time does not determine the quality of the covering. I've known David Manning for all of 7, 8 months. He's going to cover that blind spot. I already know they're going to cover the blind spot. And that's what this is really all about. I want you to always pay attention to the quality of your life is going to be in direct proportion to the quality of the people who's going to cover your blind spots.